life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life.
Danny Bonaduce, life coach. That is me. You should call me right now, 1-800-252-1025, or we will very gladly take your emails at lifecoach@KZOK.com. Life Coach, brought to you by our friends at Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's talk to Mike in Seattle and see what's up. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. What can I do for you?
Good. Hey, yeah, I just found out that my wife, excuse me, I'm sorry, a nervous play. Actually, my mom and her two sisters had been sexually abused when they were younger, and I'm just kind of, and her dad is not around anymore. My mom's dad's not around, but her mom is, and her mom, I guess, kind of allowed it.
All right, so wait, let me follow this here. Is it your mother got sexually abused and your grandmother allowed that to happen?
Well, I don't really call her my grandma because she was never in my life, but that person did allow it to happen, yeah.
Okay, and so what is your question for me?
Well, my thing is, since I found out, it just kind of made me a little hot under the collar, and I just kind of would like to go over and maybe confront her about it and let her know how I feel about it.
Well, what does your mom say about that?
Oh, I haven't talked to her about it yet.
What do you think? What do you know? What your mom's reaction to it if you said, "Hey, Mom, I'm going to confront Grandma about letting you get sexually abused 40 years ago"?
I think she would kind of be okay with it, because she doesn't really have much relation with her anymore, or it really never did.
All right, so this is, you know what, I mean, if your mother'd be okay with it, that's one thing, but you know what, still, you called me and I'm going to say no. Absolutely don't do it. You just don't seem to have a real victim here. Your mom's got no relationship with this woman who allowed it to happen. You'd have to go out of your way to get this lady into your house so you could cause all such drama. And I don't believe that your mom needs that to heal. I think your mom's done very well. That is my guess. And the last thing you want to do is grab somebody, I'm going to guess 72 years old, bring them into your house, hit him in the face with a bunch of stuff, even if it's right. And whatever you're telling me, if it's true, and I always believe my callers, Mike, so I believe that it's true. I do not think there's a winner here. I think it'd be just not a big mistake, because I don't think you're going to open up to a shooting war, but you're going to have hurt feelings and reopening wounds that have been closed for 20 years or more. So my answer to you is, I know you, and it's not about you. You want to do this for you. You're mad, and you want to go do it. You want to step up the plate like a hero, but nobody's asking you to do it. I say step away, swallow your pride, and let everybody go along with their lives. The victimizer is not in anybody's life. He's gone. I think you should just let everybody heal and step away.
You need to be dialing 800-252-1025 if you've got a problem and you need some help, because Danny Bonaduce, life coach, can help you. Make the call now. Jeff in Olympia, you're on with Danny.
Hey, Jeff, how are you?
Could be better.
All right, talk to me.
I've been involved in a relationship for about 3 years with a girl that had a very precarious upbringing, very, very rough. I mean, in Alaska.
Right there, that's almost enough for me. You know what I mean? She had a tough upbringing in Alaska. Oh, that's what you mean. So is she still on meth?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Danny Bonaduce. Wow. All right, so we've got that. So give me some more colorful details if you wish, or ask me your question.
What it is I've attempted to end a relationship various times, but with a slight bipolar issue on probably both our sides.
Good. I'm glad you said that, because as I can hear what you're about to say, and I'm going, I'll bet you had a lot to do with this, Jeff. So yeah, so you've been letting this go on longer than you should.
Absolutely. And what my fear is she's dropped little bombs of, you touched me, you're going to jail.
How old is she?
47.
All right, so it's not the gross "you touched me." She's going to say she was sexually assaulted. Is that what she means?
No.
She's going to say that you hit her in the face?
Like violence, yeah.
Okay. Does she currently have a bruise on her? Does she currently have some of her skin? And I'm not making light. I'm just telling you how this is going to work out. Does she have some of her skin under your ring? Does she have skin of yours under her nails? Does she have anything that will give a cop with a kid the belief that she's been in a fight with you?
absolutely not.
Okay, no, you know what? Because your question for me is, how do I break up with this girl? And the answer is fast. She's nothing but trouble. The fact that you think these things about her it leads me to believe she has tons of trouble. She's dealing with drugs that just completely addle you and don't make things any easier. I thought you were going to say that you were afraid that she's going to come and hurt you. But here's the answer. The answer is because she'll lose interest, man. Her biggest thing is to find drugs. What you need to do is end it right now. And by the way, you don't even have to be a gentleman. This girl's too much drama. You know, they say a gentleman always brings me face to face. I can't see you. You should be seeing other people. That's all great unless she's an angry, conniving, blackmailing meth head, in which case you can send her an email, dude. But you do whatever you want to do, but do it today. Get rid of her. Get her off your shoulder today.
800-252-1025. Still time to call that number with your questions for the life coach. Lynn in Tacoma, you're on with Danny Bonaduce.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, Danny. How are you this morning?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, honey.
So what's up?
Well, my mom is 88, and she's in the hospital, and we're going to probably be discharging her today or tomorrow, and she had a fracture in her back, and my sister wants her to go to a nursing home, and I want to take her home and take care of her.
Okay, are you sure about that, Lynn? Have you ever taken care of an 88-year-old that just broke their back?
Yes, because she broke her tailbone 3 years ago, and I was very competent.
What's happening to an 88-year-old that's breaking this many bones? I don't love this out of it. But so now nursing homes, they have such a bad visual when you say nursing home. There are such nice places out there today. Assisted living. I don't know that if Del Webb, they advertise a lot, and I see their things. They got, well, I'm old, and I'm cooking, and we're taking wine classes, and we're all square dancing. I mean, there's so much to do at some of these retirement homes and assisted living homes. There's a million things to do. So, but if your sister wants to put her at a nursing home, and you're positive, and I want you to do me a favor. Will you do me a favor, Lynn? I want you to look into these homes on the internet when you get off the phone with me, because you might go, oh, man, I want to go live in one of these places. They're awesome. I see the Del Webb community on my TV. I totally want to live there. They have wine tasting classes and Chinese food cooking. I'll do that. So I want you to look into them on the internet so you know that you still want to take her home. And then that's the thing. So what does your sister say about this?
She thinks that, she needs to be with care. We can get physical therapy to come into the home and everything else. And, I don't have an issue with leaving my job or anything like that. I don't need to worry about that. And I think I could take much better care of her, and I think every minute...
Oh, you're wrong, man. You cannot take better care of her than in a nursing home. It's got the word nurse in the title. She's got medical abilities right there. No, you have to come to the ability. You have to come to Jesus on this one and know, no, I can't take this good care of her, but maybe she doesn't need it, and I'm going to take her home. If you have every legal right to take her home, I think you should do so. But I'm going to tell you this. At 88 with 2 broken bones in the first 1 minute of our conversation, I'm with your sister, and I think your mom belongs in a nursing home. But having said that, if you take her home, I'll still love you. But I think you should look into what nursing homes are these days, because some of them can just be really, really nice. Thanks, Lynn.
Good advice. And the last thing Lynn wants is when mom falls and breaks another bone.
Thing, absolutely. That's what thing I was going to go. I don't want to be too modeling here, but yeah, that's the thing. And remember, Lynn, I asked you to look up those places on the internet right now and see, oh, mom might just be having a day.
800-252-1025 is the number to call with your problems, or email lifecoach@kzok.com. Brenda in Chehalis has sent an email. My husband snores and seems to think it's my problem, not his. I've tried earplugs, but I don't find them comfortable. I say it's up to him to find something new and different, like the Breathe Right strips, or go to the doctor, or sleep in a different position. But he continues to insist that because I'm a light sleeper, it's not his problem, it's mine. What do you think?
I think your husband's kind of a jerk, to be honest with you. Because when Amy, and here's what she does several times, like she used to trick me and say, honey, you're having a nightmare. But now, I know she would do that for her. But now she just wakes me up and goes, honey, roll over on your side, you're snoring real loud. But for some of the split second that I wake up, I can hear it. I can tell how loud I snore. So you know what? This is a kind of a fun thing to do if your husband won't get mad at you. You need to record him. and let him know you do not need a light sleeper. Oh yeah, you do not need to be a light sleeper to get awakened by you. You need to show him exactly what you're living with. And you're so right about, I don't love this Breathe Right strips. They didn't work for me, but who knows. But there's a minor surgery you can have. There's this thing you can put in your mouth to keep your jaw out a little bit, and they say that it works completely. There's a million things your husband can be doing to stop snoring. And the fact that he doesn't do them kind of makes me mad. I like you on this one. First things first, record him, and he'll go, oh my God, I have to stop that. And by the way, you can let him know, I don't know if your husband is real big or not, but a snoring like that is almost always sleep apnea, and you're stopping breathing in a lot of those things, and that will be on your tape too. So tape your husband and make some other arrangements.
Yeah, I mean, what person doesn't want to be nice to their wife?
To their
try
wife,
something
especially
out?
in the bedroom. Like a really good time to be nice to the wife.
He sounds like a big
Pretty
jerk.
soon you're going to be calling me up and go, hey, I snore really hard and my wife won't sleep with me anymore. What do I do, Danny? Well, you put in those things in your mouth so you don't snore anymore, you maniac.
We've got an email from Doubtful in Duval.
Wow.
I've been married for 5 years to a wonderful man. The problem is, I've come to believe over the last several months, marriage isn't for me. I find myself craving alone time. I want to travel. I want to meet new people. I want to explore my inner self in ways that marriage won't allow. Is there something wrong with me? Doubting my ability to fulfill my wedding vows? How could I possibly talk about this with my husband?
I'll tell you this, because first of all, it's not the world's worst thing. If Amy, that's my wife's name, if Amy came to me and said exactly what you just said right now, aside from the I'm missing her during a couple of vacations and stuff, I would absolutely think it was the coolest thing that I could set her up to have that much kind of fun. You have a little bit of a different thing going on. I would suggest the first thing you do, if you have the idea at all that you love your husband, want to stay with your husband at all around this, you tell him and you see if you can't make some arrangements around that kind of lifestyle. I want to travel the world. I want to take a cruise with my friends. I want to do these things. And fight to the very end to stay together. And then if you can't, that's when you get a divorce. Because I don't want to be free and I want to take a trip. That's not grounds for divorce. That's grounds for vacation. Really fight the inclination to get a divorce. And they're bad. They're a hassle. You always look back and regret on these things. So fight it out. But having said how much you should fight, I want to give you permission to, if you don't like the fight, if you can't win the fight, whatever, then you might not be set up for marriage. You might be the wrong girl for marriage. And, I hope it doesn't happen to me, and especially if your husband loves you a lot. I'm sorry this is about to happen to him, but if this is the thing and you're looking for permission, I give it to you. If you're not cut out for marriage and you want to move along and you want to see the Eiffel Tower and you want to take one of those river cruises that Sarah and I always talk about taking separately. But if you're the wrong girl for this guy, the sooner he knows it, the better. But I say fight the good fight on this till you're sure, and then get a divorce. And like I said, fight because they're unpleasant at the very least. But if you're not set up to be married, don't stay married.
Take a couple of vacations by yourself and then see if you still really want to be by yourself all the time.
I did that. I got tired of going to Amy's house for Christmas. I'm a grown man. I don't go to your mother's house every Christmas. It's silly. I have to cut my vacation short to come to your mother's house for Christmas. So I went to Jamaica and said, F you guys. I was pretty rude about it, to be honest with you. And I got to Jamaica, and I didn't make it a whole day before calling up and going, this sucks. This is terrible. I don't want to be on this without you.
We've got an email here from Jan in Puyallup. I've been engaged for 6 months to a great guy, but the other night we had what I thought was a minor argument that ended with him throwing a plate. He missed. The plate shattered. It left a mark on the wall. He stormed off to bed and told me to sleep on the couch, but I packed a bag and spent the night at my mom's house.
Good.
Several days have passed. He hasn't texted or called to apologize. I feel he should be the first one to make a move. I love the guy, but this came out of the blue, and I'm wondering if this is cause to end the engagement. What do you think?
Yes, completely. Guy threw a plate at your head. I mean, you said he threw a plate, he missed, it broke against the wall. By he missed, I can only assume he missed you. And the damage he could have caused with that. Now, he didn't. This guy, it's still possible to forgive this guy. He's a baby and a tantrum and a bunch of drama. But I think you can forgive him. It's not like he laid a hand on you. At that point, you can't. In my book, you can never forgive. You shouldn't forgive. I think you can work this out. but I think he might be telling you, I'm not that thrilled about getting married. You don't do that to somebody you've been engaged to for 6 months. I think he's telling you he wants out. You need to talk to him. And who's going to call who first? I couldn't care less. I never care about that. I always think that's stupid. You got some questions, call him and ask me these questions. Do you not want to be married? Plus, you could also say, I don't want to be married to a plate thrower. And it's only going to get worse from there. I think this guy's a lot of drama. And if you can find a peaceful way out of this, or even if you can't, you should find a way out of this and take your way out of it. Hey, good luck on that, because that guy's a drag throwing a plate at your head. Who does that in this day and age? Hey, that's all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce and Life Coach. Life Coach is brought to you by Goldberg Jones. Divorce men, call 1-800-DIVORCE.